It is another hot night in the Rose City and everywhere else in our area. I think the Dalles is going to be something like 106 or 107. That is super hot. I remember as a kid burning my bare feet on my grandpa's asphalt driveway in the Dalles when we'd drive from Seattle to visit. Hottest place I'd ever been. Well, until last year when it hit 116 in my own backyard in Northeast Portland. Which is why we're keeping track of how many cooling machines are now being installed in low-income homes this summer in the Portland area. The city of Portland is making a big investment after last year's killer heat wave, giving out free cooling units to those who qualify. So far, 796 units have been installed. That's either heat pumps or those portable air conditioners that have a hose that vents the heat out the side window. It's 26% of their current goal. The original goal was 3,000 units installed by June, but, well, that just did not happen. It is happening now, though, in Portland. And while that's happening, tenants in a low-income apartment complex in Newberg have been given eviction notices for having air conditioning units in their windows. The housing authority says the units pose a fire hazard. Many are now forced to choose between living with no AC or losing their apartments. Here's Blair Best.
90 degrees with no AC.
I could get physically sick because you're so hot. In this 100-degree weather, it's horrible.
These women live in Haworth Terrace, a low-rent public housing community run by the Yamhill County Housing Authority. Many just received these eviction notices for having AC units in their windows.
Just all of a sudden, in the middle of July, they decide to evict mostly elderly and disabled people for their air conditioners, and I just don't think it's reasonable.
Mary McGrew has MS and has lived here for 5 years. In May, she received a notice that her window AC unit is a fire hazard and must be removed or else she'll be evicted.
It's really unfortunate how we're intimidated.
She hired a lawyer who negotiated an extension, allowing her to keep the unit until the end of this month.
But my eviction still stands. If I don't have it out by July 31st, I will be evicted on the 1st.
I got an eviction notice saying that I either had to take it out by the 21st or they were going to serve me with eviction papers.
And Nikki Sherman has lived here for 15 years and has always had AC in her window. The property management says floor units are allowed, which costs hundreds of dollars.
Oh my gosh, it would take me like almost 6 months to save up because I live paycheck to paycheck with the stuff that I already have.
I start to get headaches around 80 degrees and bloody noses, and I'm afraid of stroke or a seizure.
Now, according to Oregon law, landlords are not legally required to provide AC for their tenants. The executive director of Yamhill County Housing Authority tells KGW in an email, "We have been attempting to work with our tenants to find solutions to their cooling needs while at the same time complying with the federal housing and urban development's building standards." She goes on to say Haworth Terrace was recently notified by their governing agency that the apartments with window AC units are in violation of HUD standards, saying they're a fire hazard and must be removed. In May, Sherry Casto took her window unit out in fear of eviction. She now takes multiple cold showers a day and wears wet towels around her neck.
I don't want to be put in a position where I have to choose, being sick because I can't eat because of the heat, and being in the street.
But I just want to keep my air conditioner. And so do these other people.
In Newberg, Blair Best, KGW News.
I talked with Blair. She told me that some of those women are living on $800 a month and pay about $180 a month for rent. They can have air conditioners, just not the kind that go in the window. Seems like there must be some group or some people out there able to pay for some air conditioners and save the day. I'll let you know if I hear anything.